Dear aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, and dear friends, thank you for returning to this peaceful little home. This is the place where I always try to dedicate my full heart to sharing simple but useful things, helping all of us live healthy, happy and energetic lives, even after turning 60. Have you ever felt that it takes you longer to get up from a chair than it used to? Or that climbing stairs suddenly becomes much more tiring? Do your legs, which once took you everywhere, now tremble after just a few steps? If you are nodding your head, please do not worry, you are not alone. Muscle loss after the age of 60 is something that nearly everyone has to face. According to statistics from the National Institutes of Health in the United States, NIH, after the age of 60, people can lose up to 1/3 of their muscle mass if no proper intervention is made. This not only weakens the body, but also increases the risk of falls, injuries, and a decline in quality of life. But the good news is, there is a doctor in Japan who lived healthily and remained sharp for over 100 years without ever needing to go to the gym or do strenuous physical exercises. He revealed that by simply choosing the right ingredients in our daily meals, our bodies can still regenerate and maintain strong muscles even at a very old age. At the end of this video, I will share the most special food that this doctor believes can completely change muscle health after the age of 60, so please stay tuned. Today's story might change the way you see old age and the way you look at the seemingly ordinary meals we eat each day. Do you believe that nutrition is even more important than exercise? When it comes to maintaining muscle after the age of 60, most people immediately think of regular exercise, lifting weights, jogging, or going to the gym. However, for many older adults, the body is no longer strong enough to perform high-intensity activities like before. The knees begin to ache, the spine creaks every time they bend, and just one overly intense workout can cause fatigue that lasts an entire week. That is why, when Dr. Hinohara, a man with more than a century of life experience, shared that the secret to maintaining health and muscle does not lie in the gym, but at the dining table, many people were surprised. He said that the rhythm of meals is the key factor. No need for personal trainers or expensive equipment, just understanding what we put into our body and eating consistently, at the right times, with the right foods, and the body will know how to heal itself. Dr. Hinohara witnessed hundreds, even thousands, of older adults in Japan who were able to keep their bodies steady, their legs strong and their minds sharp simply through smart eating. What we eat is not just about nutrition. It is a message sent to every cell. And if we send the right message, the body will respond with flexibility, balance, and strength. In the next part, I will share with you a small seed that holds great power: sesame seeds. Let us explore why the Japanese always keep sesame seeds as an essential part of their daily meals. 1. Sesame seeds. Among the foods that help maintain muscle after the age of 60, perhaps none is as humble and simple as sesame seeds, small and easy to forget. Yet if you have ever set foot in the rural areas of Japan, where many elderly people live long and healthy lives, you will notice that sesame seeds appear in almost every meal, from the morning bowl of rice to the lunchtime soup, from simple boiled vegetables to brown rice porridge at night. Sesame seeds are always present, quietly playing a vital role in supporting overall health. Sesame seeds, whether black or white, contain a rich source of minerals. Just one small spoon of sesame seeds can hold dozens of milligrams of calcium, magnesium, and zinc, 3 minerals that play an important role in maintaining bone density and muscle strength. Calcium keeps bones firm. Magnesium supports the contraction and relaxation of muscles and ligaments. And zinc contributes to tissue repair after injury or physical movement. Most notably, sesame seeds contain a rare compound called sesamin. This is a natural lignin that has anti-inflammatory effects, protects the liver, and helps regulate hormones, all of which are essential for older adults. As the endocrine system begins to become imbalanced and chronic inflammation in the body gradually increases. Beyond that, sesamin also helps the body eliminate long-accumulated toxins and supports energy production at the cellular level. Another strength that few people know about is that sesame seeds are rich in lignans, a group of powerful antioxidants. These compounds can neutralize free radicals, the main cause of cellular damage, muscle degeneration, and accelerated aging. Adding lignans daily through sesame seeds is a natural way to slow down the silent wear and tear of old age. But for the elderly, digestion and absorption are more important than anything else. Many foods are nutritious but difficult to digest, making it hard for the body to fully absorb their nutrients. Sesame seeds, although small, are easy to prepare, easy to digest, and when ground before eating, they become a valuable source of nutrients that the body can absorb almost completely. That is why the Japanese often roast sesame seeds and grind them into powder to mix into porridge, rice, miso soup, or even blend with honey as a side dish for older people. In a coastal village in Japan, I once met a woman over 90 years old who lived alone in a small wooden house on a hillside. She still grew her own vegetables, cooked her own meals, and walked every morning along the canal. When I asked her about her secret to staying healthy, she just smiled and opened a small jar filled with roasted sesame powder every morning. She mixed 1 spoon of sesame powder with brown rice porridge and ate it with dried seaweed. She said her body had followed that rhythm for more than 60 years. There was no need for expensive supplements, nor for modern therapies. Just 1 small spoon of sesame seeds a day supports your joints, helps muscle recovery, soothes the nervous system, and nourishes the entire body in the most natural way. Dr. Hinohara also once said something I will never forget. Each spoon of sesame is a shield against the weakness of old age. In a world increasingly obsessed with muscle-building products and supplements, sesame seeds remind us that there are still simple things quietly helping us stay strong every day. So if you are looking for a simple first step to improve muscle health without heavy exercise, start with sesame seeds. No need for complexity or expense. Just grind them and add a spoonful to your breakfast. It might be a gentle but lasting beginning for a healthy life after 60. 2. Sweet potatoes. When we were young, many of us may have eaten sweet potatoes as a simple, filling food, even as a substitute for rice during hard times. But few would have imagined that this humble root vegetable is now admired around the world, especially the Okinawan purple sweet potato, which originates from a small island in Japan known for having the highest longevity rate on the planet. The purple sweet potatoes from Okinawa are not only striking in their beautiful color, but also stand out for their exceptional nutritional value compared to regular sweet potatoes. Inside each soft, chewy piece is a full defense system for the aging body antioxidants, soluble fiber, complex carbohydrates, and valuable plant compounds such as anthocyanins and beta-carotene. But what made Dr. Hinohara call sweet potatoes a companion for aging muscles lies elsewhere. It is their ability to restore energy and stabilize blood sugar naturally and gently, without causing weight gain. For older adults, this is extremely important. After age 60, the pancreas functions less efficiently and the ability to regulate blood sugar declines, making the body more prone to fatigue, muscle loss, and reduced endurance. Purple sweet potatoes contain resistant starch, a special type of fiber that is not quickly broken down in the stomach. This allows energy to be released slowly and steadily, helping people feel full longer, avoid frequent hunger, reduce inflammation, improve gut bacteria, and rebuild muscle tissue after daily activities. Furthermore, the anthocyanins in purple sweet potatoes, the natural pigment, have been studied for their anti-inflammatory effects and their ability to protect muscle cells from damage caused by free radicals. This is especially important for the elderly, as oxidation is a silent enemy that weakens the body day by day. In addition, sweet potatoes help regulate 2 essential hormones, leptin and ghrelin, which control the feelings of hunger and fullness. Keeping these hormones in balance helps older adults eat more regularly, avoiding overeating or undereating, both of which negatively affect muscle mass and body weight. Another big advantage is the ease of digestion and the gentle nature of sweet potatoes. Unlike many other starchy foods, sweet potatoes rarely cause bloating, reflux, or constipation. That is why they are an ideal food for older adults, whose digestive systems are increasingly sensitive and vulnerable. People in Okinawa often steam whole sweet potatoes with the skin on, then let them cool and enjoy them as a midday snack. Some even refrigerate the cooked sweet potatoes overnight to increase their resistant starch content, helping nourish good gut bacteria more effectively. Others mash them and mix with soy milk and a bit of roasted sesame to make a wholesome breakfast. No matter the method, sweet potatoes bring warmth, comfort, and most importantly, support for muscle health in a natural way without the need for strenuous exercise. Sweet potatoes, especially purple ones, are perhaps a healing food for both body and mind. Not only do they provide nourishment, but they also offer a sense of peace and calm, like a memory from the past that our bodies still remember and respond to positively. So if you are looking for a food that nurtures muscles, supports digestion, reduces inflammation, and stabilizes energy, all in one, then purple sweet potatoes are the gentlest answer that nature has given us. 3. Seaweed. When people think of seaweed, many may only picture a thin sheet wrapped around sushi or a few strands floating in a bowl of miso soup. For many Vietnamese, seaweed is still something unfamiliar or used only as a garnish to make dishes look more appealing. But in Japan, especially in the diet of older adults, seaweed is not a side dish, but a foundation. It is not something extra, but a steady source of nourishment for the entire body. Dr. Hinohara once said, "In the silence of seaweed lies a treasure that modern science is gradually uncovering." This is not an exaggeration. Within each delicate strand of seaweed are dozens of minerals, vitamins, and valuable plant compounds that the aging body greatly needs. First of all, seaweed is rich in magnesium, iodine, and potassium, 3 essential minerals that support muscle contraction, electrolyte balance, and nervous system function. These are all key elements in helping the body remain steady. Muscles stay flexible, and reflexes stay responsive. For older adults, even a small deficiency in potassium or magnesium can lead to cramps, muscle fatigue, trembling hands and feet, or, worse, loss of balance when standing or walking. The most remarkable feature of seaweed is its high iodine content, a mineral that is absolutely essential for the thyroid gland, the organ that regulates metabolism in the body. When the thyroid functions well, energy is burned efficiently, weight is maintained, and muscle tissue is regenerated smoothly. On the other hand, if the thyroid weakens, which commonly happens with age, not only do muscles decline, but memory fades, energy drops, skin becomes dry, hair falls out, and weight gain becomes more likely. In addition to essential minerals, seaweed also contains natural antioxidants, especially polysaccharides, a unique type of fiber that nourishes good gut bacteria and reduces inflammation in the body. This is something Dr. Hinohara emphasized: if you want to keep your body young, you must care for your gut. Because from there, the entire process of absorption, immunity, and cell repair begins. For older adults, whose digestive systems are less efficient, eating too much rough fiber from vegetables can cause bloating and indigestion. Meanwhile, seaweed provides a gentle, easily digestible type of fiber that is still powerful in improving gut health. It not only helps maintain regular bowel movements, but also enhances the body's ability to absorb other nutrients such as protein, calcium, iron, and vitamins. Seaweed also helps regulate hormones in the body, especially for women after menopause, a time when hormonal decline leads to faster muscle loss, bone thinning, and fatigue. Eating seaweed regularly not only helps balance hormones naturally, but also reduces inflammation, stabilizes mood, and maintains daily energy. There are many simple and flexible ways to eat seaweed. The Japanese might add a little dried seaweed to soup, mix it into salads, or simply soak it in water and eat it with rice. Some people grind dried seaweed and mix it with roasted sesame to create a seasoning for rice. Some older adults even chew dried seaweed as a light daily snack. In a modern world full of supplements and pills, seaweed reminds us that lasting strength does not lie in complexity, but in what is natural, simple, and consistent. A little seaweed each day not only supports recovery, but also nurtures inner balance and calm. So if you are looking for a gentle way to stay strong, improve memory, and support your digestion after 60, start by adding a bit of seaweed to your meals today. It is not just food, but a quiet act of care for your own future. 4. Fermented soybeans. If you have ever traveled to Japan and had breakfast at a traditional eatery, you might have been served a rather strange dish, sticky soybeans with a strong smell, placed next to a bowl of white rice and miso soup. Many tourists try it once and shake their heads, but for the Japanese, this dish is an essential part of their daily diet, especially for older adults. It is called natto, or fermented soybeans. Dr. Hinohara, who lived a long and healthy life for over 100 years, once said that if there is one food that can rebuild muscles, support circulation, nourish digestion, and help the elderly live independently, it is natto. What makes natto special is not just its origin from soybeans, but the traditional fermentation process that the Japanese have used for centuries. During this process, enzymes and beneficial bacteria develop strongly, creating remarkable chemical changes that turn simple soybeans into a complete healing food. First, natto is one of the rare plant-based foods that contains complete protein. This means it provides all 9 essential amino acids that the body cannot produce on its own. For older adults, absorbing protein from animal sources like meat or eggs can sometimes cause indigestion or fatigue. Meanwhile, natto is easier to digest, gentler, yet still provides all the building blocks needed for muscle recovery and growth. Another outstanding point that makes natto special is the presence of nattokinase, a valuable enzyme found only in natto. This substance naturally thins the blood, helping to prevent clots and supporting healthy circulation. As a result, nutrients are delivered efficiently to muscle tissues. When blood circulates well, the muscles are well nourished, recover faster after activity, and are less likely to weaken with age. Natto is also a rich source of vitamin K2, a very important nutrient that is often lacking in modern diets. Vitamin K2 plays a role in guiding calcium, sending it into the bones instead of letting it build up in the arteries. This helps prevent arterial stiffening while keeping bones strong. For older adults, the combination of K2 and protein in natto forms a solid foundation for naturally and sustainably rebuilding the musculoskeletal system. Beyond that, natto is also packed with natural probiotics, the beneficial bacteria for the gut. As we age, our digestive system no longer works as efficiently as before. Regular intake of probiotics helps improve nutrient absorption, reduce constipation, lower systemic inflammation, and even strengthen the immune system. All these factors contribute to preserving muscle, maintaining energy, and supporting a positive spirit. Even with so many benefits, natto can be challenging for beginners due to its unique smell and sticky texture. However, as Dr. Hinohara once shared, begin with a simple method: stir natto thoroughly, add a bit of mustard or soy sauce, and eat it with warm rice. Once you get used to it, the flavor becomes familiar and even enjoyable. It is not just a dish, but a morning ritual for caring for your body. Natto is not expensive, not complicated, but it offers value that few modern foods can match. Especially for those over 60, just a small serving of natto each morning can make a big difference for muscle health. Bones and digestion. If you have never tried natto before, start slowly. You do not need to eat much or force yourself, just one small spoonful, a taste you gradually grow familiar with, and a mindset ready for better health. Your body will thank you with strength, flexibility, and stability from within. There is one thing that Dr. Hinohara always emphasized: strength does not lie in the muscles, but in freedom. The freedom to stand up without needing help, the freedom to walk without fear of falling, the freedom to cook a meal you love or go to the market each morning, just like when you were young. And to maintain that freedom after the age of 60, we do not need to go jogging. We do not need the gym. And we certainly do not need to take dozens of supplements. We only need to eat the right way and eat with awareness. The 4 foods shared in today's story, sesame seeds, sweet potatoes, fermented soybeans, and seaweed, are not luxury items or hard to find. They are simple, humble, and have accompanied generations of Japanese people. Yet from that very simplicity, the body is nourished deeply and sustainably. No great effort is required, just a little each day, a little with each meal, but the right kind of nourishment that the body truly needs. Old age is not a journey of decline. It can be a time when you slow down, listen more closely to your body, and choose what is most refined for yourself. Each meal is no longer just to fill your stomach, but a gesture of self-love. Let each breakfast become a small ritual where you sit down, breathe gently, and enjoy a spoon of roasted sesame, a piece of steamed sweet potato, a bite of fragrant natto, or a few tender strands of seaweed. That is how you send the message. This body deserves to be nourished. And remember, even at age 60, 70, or even 90, the body can still recover, can still become strong again. Not by force, not through fear, but through gentle, loving, and intentional care. Thank you for spending this time with me on this journey. If you find it helpful, try applying it to your breakfast tomorrow. A small change may be the beginning of a stronger body and a more free and fulfilling old age.